Hey guys, it's Amelia. So I'm in my new apartment at school. I'm super pumped. I'll probably be doing an apartment tour later, but I just came back from study abroad in England. I went abroad. I was living in London for about a month this summer, and then I also went around England and Scotland, and I also went to Dublin. It was super sick. I'm posting videos about that on my other channel. Go check it out. But anyway, BTS. So I'm a huge BTS fan, and when I found out I was going to London, I looked up the light pole spot, of course, where Taehyung went and took that picture where he's like standing next to the light pole. I was like, I need to go here. I need to go see this. But then I was also like, I should go to all the places that BTS went in London, and let me tell you, 10 out of 10, they know what they're talking about because those pictures are great and the food was delicious. I'm gonna tell you how you could do it. These are the photos I took. So I'm gonna start with Taehyung's locations because his are the most iconic and everybody knows about them. I'll tell you how to get there. First, the light pole that he took the picture at is right in the middle of the street of Regent Street, which is like where all the fancy stores are, and it was right in front of Burberry. You can see it in the background. The closest tube station to this light pole is Piccadilly Circus. I recommend taking the tube to Piccadilly Circus, getting out, seeing the view, and then it's literally just like around the corner. It's a big curvy street, can't really miss it. It's like right there. There was no line when I went, so you don't need to really worry about that. I did run into a couple armies at a couple different locations, but it wasn't at that one. He took about 4 different shots there. He took one like down the one direction showing the light pole, and then facing the other direction, he took pictures of him taking photos with his camera with the curvy street. A lot of the angles are like low down, like you gotta squat to get that photo, you know? Squat for the shot. Then, after you're done taking photos at this light pole, I suggest you keep walking down the street because there's 3 more spots right there. So spot number 2 I want to talk about is the Flatiron, which is the place where Tae had dinner, and he has like so you're gonna take a right off of Regent Street right onto Beak Street, and that's where the Flatiron restaurant is. It's a really, really cute, really tiny restaurant, and it was not too expensive, so it was pretty good. I'm not made of money, so I only went to really cheap prices. It was like, I wanna say maybe £20 for the meal, and all they serve there is steak pretty much, so don't go there if you're vegan or vegetarian. And it's just one cut of steak, and they serve it on like a cutting board with this cute like tiny meat cleaver, and there's always fries or chips, and then you could pay extra to get little sauces to dip it in, and there's also like little side salads. The salad was really good too, but it's so cute and it's really, really tiny, and you sit on a picnic bench with like other strangers while you eat. If you're going here though, you definitely need to get there way ahead of time because they don't take reservations, and there was a line when we went there and it opened at like 11 and there was like a line. I was like, this is crazy. This Flatiron restaurant also has a chain, so there's a couple other ones, but it's not the same one that he ate at. Tae sat near the wall but with his back to the door, and he's like 2 tables in. It's a really, really small restaurant though, so you really can't request your seats. This is where he took this photo. So after you have lunch at this Flatiron place, you're just gonna keep walking down the street, and you walk all the way down. I think it's almost to the end. It's not the end, but it's almost to the end, and you'll see this big green building. This is where J-Hope took some photos in the middle of the street. He's just like walking, and he's got this green jacket on. So I recreated them, of course. That's what this video is. Then after you're done at Beak Street, I recommend going back onto Regent Street and walking down until you get to Oxford Circus, I think it's called. Anyway, you want to go down to the Oxford Circus tube station because right across from it is the Disney store, and that's where J-Hope took photos inside the big Cinderella pumpkin, which is so cool. I love Disney stores. If you're ever traveling, 10 out of 10 go into a Disney store because they always have weird stuff, and each store has different things, and it's so cool. I love Disney. The Mickey that he posed with, I found in the back of the store. I don't know if they'll still carry it when you go, but it's like gray and it has like little sparkly things on it. There was a line for this Cinderella carriage because obviously there's like kids and stuff who want to take photos in this too, but it wasn't that bad. And we also met an army, so it was really cute. Alright, so the next location I'm going to talk about is the Tram Shed restaurant. That is where Namjoon ate this past time he was on tour, and it's the restaurant with the giant cow sculpture thing in water, which is a Damien Hirst sculpture. 10 out of 10, look the guy up, very cool artist. So the tram shed is over on Rivington, and it's pretty much near nothing else. I was over there one day for one of my classes, but there's not much over there that I know of. But it was a good restaurant, and it's a very, very cool old building. It's actually a chain company that they have a couple different other locations, but they're not called Tram Shed, and they have different art in them. The food was very good. It's also just meats only. I think it was only chicken and beef, if I remember correctly. So it's only cow and chicken. So don't go there if you're vegetarian yet again. They might have had salad options, but I don't really remember. They definitely have fries. I think fries are vegetarian. Don't really know. Namjoon sat in the back of it, behind the sculpture, and like one table or two tables away from the sculpture. You could see the angle. We actually sat right next to that table, and then after we finished our meal, we got up and took pictures at the table because the people that were there had left. The staff didn't say anything, and it wasn't busy. So, and we weren't loud or anything. We were being very polite, and we just quickly ran over to the table, took some pictures, and then left. That place was also about 20 pounds a meal, I want to say. A cool location I found randomly while I was walking is over in the Portobello Market area, Notting Hill area. There is the green shed that Taehyung took a photo of. That's like a little cafe, and apparently it used to be a cabbie's like rest stop, so all the black cab drivers would like rest there when they weren't on shift. I don't really know, but nowadays it's a cafe. Cafe has really weird hours though, and you can only pay in cash. You just gotta take a chance. I have no idea when it's open. I tried going a couple different times and it was closed every time, but it's definitely the exact same photo. Next, we have the Tower Bridge, which Tae took a bunch of photos at. To get to the Tower Bridge is pretty annoying because there's a couple different tube stations, but none of them are closed exactly. There's one tube station that is right across from the Tower Bridge, but not on the side you need to be on. So you could just get there and then walk across. Or there's one down near Borough Market, which Borough Market is super cool and you should check it out. It has great food and pretty cheap. I usually take that tube station. I don't remember what it's called right now. But you could get off there and then you just walk a couple blocks to the water and then just walk along the water's edge and you eventually get to the Tower Bridge. Tae took photos at nighttime at the Tower Bridge, and he's like, I don't know how to explain this direction-wise. You're facing the Tower Bridge like this, so you're on the right bank, I guess? I don't know. You're on this side. You want to be on the side with the big boat and across from the Tower of London, which is like a big castle. He took a couple photos sitting on like the ledge of the light pole thing, which is terrifying. Fun fact. But then he also, if you walk away from the bridge a little more, he took a couple more against a fence. You just have to walk up and down the Tower Bridge waterfront area for a little bit, and then you'll find the exact angle that he took it at. There's only so many spots that have the little seating place that you could like sit on the ledge. There's a lot of people at the Tower Bridge, so you probably have to wait a little bit. Alright, the last one I have for you is Namjoon went to the Tate Modern, and I didn't get to take pictures there, and I'm really bummed about it. But he took pictures on like the top of the Tate Modern. Tate Modern is actually free to go into, except if you want to go to the special exhibits or the top floor, then you'd have to pay. I'm not really sure how much it is, probably around 20 pounds, which is not too great. But the Tate is pretty cool. It's a lot of modern art, so honestly, only go if you like modern art, or just go to take this photo. To get there, you just have to keep going up the escalators, and then eventually, I think it's like in a gift shop, you could look out at everything on a balcony, and I'm pretty positive it's one of those balconies that he took this photo at, because this tower that's in the background is 100% the Tate Modern. I guess I'll just have to go back to London to take that photo. Last but not least, I just wanted to tell you about a restaurant that BTS has seen frequenting in London. It's called Ali Korean Barbecue. It's at Shaftesbury Ave. It's not near any of the other photo locations, so I didn't want to risk it going to it because I heard the ratings weren't too good online, and it's very expensive. So only go there if you've got the dough, you know? Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know if you enjoyed this and plan to go to London and go take these photos. If you've taken BTS photos or want to know of any other BTS spots in the world, please let me know. I'm planning on doing another video like this for different locations like Paris and New York, and Berlin and Amsterdam, which are other places that BTS has been on tour and taken photos. So look what we're doing. Bye, guys.